Today is Wednesday, August 13th. It is 5:04, and this is a meeting of the Camp Kiwanee Commission. In attendance are Melissa Scartesi,
Farron Dragon.
Alex Roque.
Rick Clifford.
and we,
Lori Jameson.
Consultant.
and in the audience we have Shay.
Jack Mulderry.
Margaret Hickey.
All right. I'll go by the agenda, I guess. Well, first of all, we'll welcome new members. We have Carolyn, is it Dragon? Is that how you say it? Dragon?
Dragon.
Dragon. Alexandra Rafi and Rick Clifford. So thank you guys for stepping up. Finally got a meeting together. So when we last had our meeting, Justine and I were chair and vice chair.
Correct.
So how do we want any reorg?
Our policies and procedures say that we reorg in July. So if you want to just leave it status quo until July, that would be, I put it on for discussion. If the majority of you feel that you want to, but the thing is that July should be the day that we reorg, to the month that we reorg.
All right, so we should have done it anyway,
Yeah.
right?
So.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We just didn't have a quorum. So
Okay.
if you want to keep it status quo and then reorg in July, I mean, that to me seems to make the most sense,
Okay.
if that's what everybody agrees with.
I think it's a town bylaw, you have to do it each year.
What's that?
So if we want to just, I mean, we can keep it the same, but if we do have to vote each year. based
Every
on-
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Justine, how are
Hi,
you?
Justine.
Hey everyone.
Good.
So I guess that's vote on chair. We'll vote on all the positions, I guess.
Or if you want to wait till July, we reorg in July. So.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Justine, nice to meet you.
So-
Right, but that's already passed.
Right, so I mean the July coming up. Do you want to reorg?
Oh, like next July?
Right, exactly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, do you want to stay chair? Do you care?
If no one else would. If somebody's more qualified and would like to do it, obviously I'll do that.
All right, so we can, if you guys feel like you want to reorg and
Make a
vote.
motion that Tuesday where you are, in
Okay.
current positions, that's my motion.
Okay.
Seconded,
Second.
Second.
did we vote?
All in favor?
I,
Okay, good. That-
we do need to vote on a secretary, don't we?
We don't have a secretary.
We never did?
No.
Okay,
So,
then,
yeah, maybe in July.
okay,
Well, that makes me feel better. We're in keeping with the July.
Yes.
It's fine.
I'd like to do it.
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay. Great.
I kind of was going through the agenda. I don't know if you want to keep doing?
No, you go ahead.
All right. All right, Miss Margaret. You're first on the list.
All right, so I did I made a couple, I'll give one to Dory, and you guys can split this. I didn't make
Yeah,
a lot of
that's fine.
copies,
We can
because this
share.
is my own. And then I also have one copy of projected stuff that I want to discuss for next year. So turnovers and payroll are almost equal right now. We're about the same. So I just did everything by the date, so the turnovers so far are 33,989. And then the payroll up until this past week was 33,400. So pretty darn even, breaking balance. I did do an analysis, and I think Melissa and I had noticed this on our first couple of weeks. Our number of military passes was significantly higher this year than any other year. I think last year we might have 5. I counted online, we had 26. And that doesn't count the ones that we had in person. So that I do think will contribute, because we made a flat rate military. So if they're out of town and they're 190 and they're paying only 90, 100 now, that's, so that is a significant, data change. And we had a lot more single people buying taxes this year. Like they bought them early instead of buying, daily passes. So I did notice that kind of trend. So those are our numbers. I think obviously we're now in the dog days of summer. We're not going to be getting a lot more revenue coming in. All the lessons, I think we have a few more people who paid for lessons last week. So whatever that one, when we get it on Monday, we'll find out what that numbers are. But right now, we're probably making maybe $500 a week in day passes and stuff like that. And that's for the next few weeks. Each week, I'm gonna guess, based upon the last few years.
What's the last day of the Cove? What did we
So
decide?
right now, I have enough staff to run it through Labor Day.
Okay.
It won't necessarily, I still have some of the kids making some final decisions, like Whitman Hanson and I go back to school August, like 26, 27.
20, Wednesday, it's something like that.
Wednesday, I go back that Monday, but I have Bridgewater kids and Hanover kids and BC kid that are all in, so I'll have enough to have.
So what's the date? Like, what's the
September
last?
1st is our,
Okay.
would be our closing date.
Okay.
And I will finalize, like, right now I told the kids we might be open 12 to 6. Or
Yeah.
that we're still kind of figuring out.
Great.
Because that's a lot for 4 kids to kind of
Yeah.
do that. So I'm waiting. But right now, it's great. I've asked all the staff to come in on Labor Day that are still available, and it's still going to be a good amount, so we can actually clean up this year. Last year,
Do inventory.
everybody left Dodge, and
Yeah.
it was nothing. So I'm excited about that. So that's our, our budget, or where we're at this year. I know it's not quite the same as last year, but we're still way above. We're not losing like years that we've done for years and years. And then the one thing I want to talk about is for next year, I did some numbers on if we did 3 one-week day camps and we charged $250 per camper. That Whitman, I believe, charges like $125. I don't know, it's a free farm down there. It would be much more organized, it's still reasonable. I just checked out 3 local wines, they are all running it between $425 and like $600.
Yeah, they're wicked expensive.
Right, so I definitely have, all of my lifeguards this year have been awesome. We have like gotten the magic mix, and I believe they're all going to come back next year. And then we have some kids on the beach who I think are looking to be it, so that's a bonus. And the same thing, I think maybe half the gate staff will come back, we'll see. That was a little more mixed bag. But we definitely, my biggest thing was like tons of parents asking gate staff. So they don't necessarily want to be involved in the water component, but I think we have plenty of staff to run it. And if we had 50 kids per week and we charged $250, that's $12,500. And I did a quick math. The range of salaries per week would be somewhere around like $4,080 to $4,800 per week, minus some supplies like first aid kits and toys and things like that. We could definitely make $1,700 a week, which is a good chunk of change.
Yeah, that'd be good payroll.
Right, and that would, and that's us not doing anything above, that's just doing like, we can definitely sell t-shirts, we can definitely sell water bottles, we can definitely sell gear, and that will bump up that price. So I was trying to be conservative with that, and I think you could certainly.
Margaret, I know, I have a question too. When we had tried this a couple of years ago, remember you had to go through hoops with all the Board of Health paperwork?
Right.
Do you know the process now?
I know
You
the
think?
process, and I was a
Okay.
private person.
Right.
And so a private person doing it, I had to get my own insurance, I had to get
Yeah.
tires, I had to do a lot more than.
Okay.
We already exist. We are Camp Kiwanee.
Okay.
Right?
So you don't think that'll be that involved as it was?
I still have my action plan from
Okay.
whenever that was.
Yeah.
The cost would be significantly lower because I wouldn't have to pay my own insurance. I wouldn't have to do
Right.
things. I think Bill would be on board. I think we have all the safety precautions on, like all those plans. The fire chief and the police chief approved those plans, and I don't see why
Yeah.
we wouldn't do it again. And I think that would be a good, if we do 7,300 times 3, right, that's 21 grand at least.
Would we need a nurse on site?
I already have.
Okay, that's it.
Nurse. So one of the, actually we have a couple of patrons who, they just have to be an advisor. They don't actually
Okay.
have to be on site. You do have to have a first aid
Awesome.
kit, but you have to have a nurse who's willing to sign off and be able to be your advisor.
Great.
And I have 2 people on beach. One of them helped us out with our big emergency this year. She was awesome. She's a regular on the beach. And another one, she did lessons with us, and she said she would absolutely do it for next year. So already, that's two,
It's huge savings.
huge savings that they would do. And of course, we would probably pay her some sort of a stipend for being a consultant or whatever, and whatever.
Yeah, because she'd probably have to help with like medications and stuff, right? Is that how that would?
Unless they've changed it, it just has to be one person in charge of it. It has to be
Yeah.
locked. She just has to she would have to look at it to make sure the stuff in the book is all ready.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think she has to be on site, but I will double check that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've see if that has changed, but other than that, we have all the facilities, right? It's the same thing as you guys running everything else. We have the bathhouses, we have the bathrooms, we have all the safety plans already. I have them written up, somewhere.
Margaret, how many kids were in swimming lessons this summer? Roughly.
Roughly, maybe 20, 25.
25?
So we had more kids do lessons and a few less do the swim club. We had a few families that had been doing it for a couple of years. One family who contributed, was a multi-generational big one. One family moved out of town and another one had some medical stuff going on this summer. And again, our biggest problem with lessons is that we don't get it out of time. So on that lovely sheet of paper, we need to roll it out in March.
So you mentioned t-shirts to solve for next year. You know, like this.
Old school.
See, on the primary color, this is what we had for about 15 years.
Yeah.
We sold several hundred of them. I've got 3 of them at home, and I wrote to Beach occasionally.
Nice.
And Margaret quite a bit. We had a lot of conversations off record.
And they people
These
want
things
things,
are very
they want the stuff from the camps, you know, I'm not good for it, but that's just something we can totally offer. Those swim lessons, definitely, I had other people say, I've already signed up, or they booked their vacation, or they're science camp over the pants in this week. We were just
I know.
on the ball.
Yeah.
So I have 4 staff, besides myself, who want to go through the training, who wholeheartedly, without me twisting an arm, want to do it. So we have Jack, Alice, Tessa, and potentially, who's my one down here? They definitely want to do it, and I will be the 4th one. So we could do 3 rounds at the same time, whereas this year I could only run one at a time. So again, that was where I got to sit there. Tessa and Jack, they rotated out. Some weeks I had both of them, some weeks I only had one of them. They were my assistants this year. And we could do that with the Red Cross. They can be assistants up to level 2 of them. But they are both willing to go through the training. And I have the Friends of Camp Kiwanee who just reached out again, and I know we didn't have anybody to talk about that. The mission for them has always been to sponsor educational stuff or something to promote the safety of the camp, and they thought maybe we could get something for a shade area down there. But I had suggested that we throw it towards refunding certifications on a 2-tiered system.
Yeah.
You make it tier 1, you get half of it. You make it tier 2, you get the second half. And then potentially they could do scholarships for anybody, like a family who would apply. And use.
Right.
And I think they were willing to do that. And the last one is now that I have them, I can use US Swimming, and they can help. I can write a grant with them. And I've never been able to do it because I haven't had the staff. So I'm hoping once I do it and I get everything running, I'm going to look up that again, and they might underwrite some of it. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a public school teacher, and I'm also a certified US swimming coach for the Kingfish Academies. Those are my other gigs. But if US Swimming can help us, that'd be awesome. Sponsor us. And we might be able to get some gear from them too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Margaret, would you touch on the medical emergency we had this week down the beach, in the summary?
Yeah, so I didn't, so we had a woman on Sunday who was out by the 3rd rope. She was a regular, she comes every weekend. She has like this sort of life vesting sort of thing on. She hangs out and there's floats out there. All the staff took turns going out to check on her because she's out there for hours. And the 3rd time, the lifeguard around noticed her words were slurred. She wasn't making sense. She wasn't able to comprehend. So they activated an emergency action plan. They were the beach. the 3 guards on duty, plus our non-duty person, all went into action to help her get out of the water. Fire department came down, she's on the backboard, she was all clear. I got a compliment from the fire chief and the town administrator yesterday when I was down there. Robbie stopped me because the fire department was like, you guys got her on the backboard? And we're like, well, yeah, that's what they are trained to do. Like, that is, I think they were surprised. And I'm like, they did everything right, and she apparently had heat stroke. And again, she...
But they didn't take her, she
Oh,
stayed?
no, they took her.
Oh, they did take
Oh,
her?
no, they took her. She was not coherent.
Yeah,
They kept her in the parking lot for quite a while. They probably were doing the whole life.
yeah.
But she could not be.
Yeah.
Police was called down to secure her vehicle. We've had 2 other minor ones. We had a kid step on a 3-pronged hook. Ouchie, ouchie, and then that process is, you don't touch that.
Yeah.
And in the fire department, don't touch it. They're like, you gotta bring to the doctors to get that taken out because it's a 3-pronged thing. Mother was great, and she's like, I told him to wear his shoes, he didn't wear his shoes. And then the third one was a man acting unusual. He was talking to himself, he was having trouble breathing. And again, these all happened on super hot days. We called, police came down because that was the day that all of our fire were gone. They were all gone, we had nobody in the house. Police came down on office, they were said, oh, hello, sir. They knew exactly who he was, and they said, this is his typical things. He evaluated him, asked him some questions, like I did, and appeared to be a combination of some health and mental health issues going on there. And they said, we need us, calls back, but we know him, and right now, it appears to be fine. But, so, we've been very busy, especially Sunday. Sunday's our hot day, our busy this week. So, hopefully is that it? Any questions or anything?
Congratulations to your team and job well done. The lady that
Yeah, it was,
had a stroke.
yeah, that was
Scary.
Yeah, it was scary. I think I stayed around for like another hour and a half. Because you're in adrenaline rushes, I don't know if anybody's, you go. And the kids all were fine, they all wanted to stay, they were gonna, so it was,
The team did a good job.
yeah, they all matched, the lifeguards have all matched really well this year, so.
Good.
Which is really good.
All right, so we have approval of December 10th, 2024 open session minutes. Am I the only one that can vote, or me and Justine?
No.
No one else is there?
No, actually, you've had, so let me just let you know, so that was the last time that we met.
Yeah.
But you members that weren't there can vote yes if you feel that this is probably exactly what occurred, and you have faith in the note keeping, and you have faith in the votes. You can absolutely vote yes.
Got it.
You don't have to be an eyewitness to the meeting so you don't, if you abstained, these would never get approved because an abstention vote, it's not a yes, it's not a no, it's a nothing. So there would be 2 yeses. So you can by all means vote yes or no on the minutes.
Okay, so motion to approve minutes from December 10th, 2024.
Well,
Well, I need a second.
Second.
Yeah,
second.
and then approve.
Approved. Okay, thank you.
All right, so review of the FY 2026 budget. In the story.
Thank you. So you'll see here, you have before you this is the article that was voted. The first column is at the annual town meeting, May 5th, 2025. That's when we were going off $227,000 in revenue. So that's why that budget is completely different than the FY 26 budget that we're submitting for this town meeting in October, because our revenues came in at $277,000. They surpassed that estimate by $52,000. So going with the $275,000 in revenues, that is very conservative. And then we are using our retained earnings, which is our bank account, $31,000 to bring us to the 306. 306 is what is good for us. We'd like more, but we can do what we do with 306,000. So then you see the salaries, 151, the operating expenses, 112, health insurance, Medicare is 20, total expenses, 284.5. Then you'll see the indirect expenses, the accounting is new this year. It's 5% of the accounting budget because we use the accountant's office. The audit, $800, that's new this year. That's 2% of the audit we're paying for. And the treasurer collector, that's 5% of the treasurer collector's salary budget. We're paying for that because we access the town accountant and the town treasurer. So total indirect expenses is 25. So that brings us to 306,000, which is the budget that we need. We're using $31,000 of our retained earnings, which will leave us with 120,000. And the town accountant thinks that once free cash is certified in the fall, it may even be likely 150. So it's a good, healthy budget.
Nice.
Yep, and I know that there was, stuff in the paper and all that, and saying that, I'm writing this and writing that, but it was just a big misunderstanding. We never didn't have money. We were asking money for free cash just for a balanced budget. We intended to return it to free cash in the fall, but that got voted down. And I'm glad it did, because now we just, like we typically do. I mean, 5 years ago, I say it all the time, we had 59 cents in our retained earnings. We've done many upgrades to this camp, and we have over $120,000 in our bank account, so we're doing something right.
Nice work.
Yep. So, happy to report that budget. Is there any questions on that?
Just one question.
Of
Who
course.
does the audits?
Pardon me?
Who does the audits?
Who's the auditing firm? I don't know.
Okay, but it's an outside firm. it's not
Yes.
town people.
Yeah, it's an outside firm that does the town of Hanson. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the other thing we have to submit to town meeting is an unpaid bill. It's kind of crazy. It's Bay Coffee, $150.60. Don't know how that happened, but it's from 2023. And Bay Coffee just informed us that somehow that bill got missed. No idea how. So, but the only good thing about an unpaid bill, no one likes unpaid bills, but the only good thing is the funding source is free cash. It's the only thing they pay for is an unpaid bill. So I'm thinking just stop paying our bills. Just kidding. And that would be really good. And then I just put, so just quickly so you can see the department's expenditure report, I put 24 to 25, because that gives you a real good look of what we did last year. What we expended, what we had unencumbered. And then this year's budget, 7/1/25 to 2026, that's all going to change because we're submitting this new article in the fall.
Right.
But we have to wait for town meeting to approve it before we go in and actually make the changes. So that budget's going to be completely different, and it's going to have a $306,000 budget, not the $284.5. But we just have to wait for that. And then the third report is the revenue report, and you can see we took in this last fiscal year, FY 2025, $277,000. So that's good. We'd love to be 300, but we're very close. So it's good. Of course, we want more revenue, but it was good to get 52,000 at the end. It just came in.
And none of these numbers count the Cove.
Yes.
It does count the Cove?
It counts the
Okay.
Cove.
Okay.
Yeah, it's revenue from the Cove, and
Okay.
yeah, if you see actually.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
the Cove revenue.
Yeah.
31,657.
Yeah.
That was last fiscal
Last
year.
year.
Yeah. So we did great last year. So, so we are in good shape, no matter whatever is out there. We are in very good shape, and I'm proud of the way things are going. Thank you, everybody. Is there any questions on that?
What's next? Oh, request to waive Hanson Food Pantry fundraiser lodge fee, Friday, November 15th, 2025. So we've done this in the past, right?
Yes,
This is the-
absolutely. You typically do this every year. You waive the $700 fee, then you charge $25 an hour for the caretaker fee, so that we're not expending money. It's not costing us anything.
Yeah.
And they're totally fine with the caretaker fee. And they would be very appreciative of waiving the fee.
What are they doing?
So choose.
They said what is the fundraiser, do you know?
Well, you know what? They're having a show by Jim Plunkett, rap.
Oh, I did see that.
auctions. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great.
How much are we waiving?
$750 is the fee.
But this is a precedent we set before.
Yes. You've waived the fee for certain things, like the food pantry is one of them.
But they're paying the administrative fee for cleanup and all that.
Exactly. So we're not, it's not costing
That doesn't
us
cost
anything.
us anything.
Right, exactly. So if you want.
All right, so, I guess, motion to approve the Hanson Food Pantry fundraiser on Friday, November 15th.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Great.
Approval of risk of injury film, Sunday, October 12th, 2025, and Monday, October 13th, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the North End. Another film crew? Go ahead.
So we have, this company came in, actually, the company's name is, it's called, Gentex Productions. So he came in and we took a look around the camp, and that's what they want to film 2 days. They originally wanted to film 4 days, but 2 of the days we held weddings. So we knocked it down to 2 days. It's a film, it's a thriller, it's about a kidnapping sort of thing. So they got to film it all in the north end, south end, to the left of the volleyball court, where that, the fire pit is. So, of course, notified the fire department, the police department, and we'll be in touch, and we'll get their certificate of insurance. So we were talking about his budget, and he said, well, he had $2,200 that he could spend for the 4 days. And I said, that sounds pretty good. I'll talk to the commission, and then it got down to 2 days, and then a couple of days went by, and I said, so that's $2,200 for the filming? And he said, oh, yeah. He said, yep. And I'm like, and then he said, well, we have to pay extra, we might need to stay in the cabins, like 4 cabins Saturday nights. I said, why don't we just make it $2,500 and call it even? He said, sounds good to me. So, which would be great, because we don't output any expense on this. They're up in the north end, we don't need.
Middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
What about bathrooms?
Could be a little noisy, we'll keep the bathhouse
Okay.
open, cabins open. So they're willing to pay us $2,500 for the 2 days of filming, which is good. And there's only going to be 20 people max,
Okay.
like 12 cars max. It's not like a big, it's a very.
It's not like the ones we've had in the past?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
I was gonna say, like, do they have food trucks coming and all
Oh my
that?
gosh.
No, not like that. Yeah,
Okay.
they're just strictly filming because they're 4 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
4 p.m. to 4
4
a.m.
a.m.
So it's it's kind of a gruesome movie, I think. It's kidnapping and a little bit of torture by the fireplace, but maybe a little bit of screaming. But for $2,500.
All right, as long as the police and fire know, and
As long as
we're not getting calls in the middle of the night.
Exactly. So your vote, should you approve it, would be contingent upon the police and the fire approval.
Okay, cool.
And they have a certificate of insurance for this?
Yes, they're giving that to me. They do. Good question.
All right, so motion to approve, what was the film company? Sorry.
Oh, the film company's name is Juntex, Juntex Productions.
All right, so motion to approve Gentex Film Company to come in and use the south end by the volleyball court.
North end.
Sorry, north end by the
Oh,
volleyball.
South End, you're right.
Yeah, south end.
It's the heat.
Keep
It's
it
the
like
heat.
that.
Yes.
South end by the volleyball, use of the bathhouse in the south end.
Yep.
For Sunday, October 12th and Monday, October 13th, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m., pending their certificate of insurance
And fire and police.
and fire and police approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No.
Great. And put old business down, just in case there's anything anybody would.
Remember? Do you remember?
Well, I should have put very old business.
Tough.
I should have put ancient business.
Oh, just something from the last minutes. Chris, we're gonna get quotes for dead branches and trees, 2 dead trees to be taken down.
Already done?
They're already done, good. Just,
Go on.
what about the firehouse work?
Nice job.
I have the panels and stuff as well.
Okay, all right. All right, and then, anything else, Chris, like facilities wise? Front door. Woo!
That-
New chairs?
That's what the school chairs do.
Gotta lose a couple
Yes.
pounds. The front door?
It's come together, we have the firehouse.
Oh,
I
good.
got a, kind of nice period correct one, I got a beautiful door at Andover.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It's come together.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are we painting it or are we,
No,
it's all finished?
yeah, well, but it's now, it fits the building perfectly.
Oh, cool. All right. Good.
Nice.
I just want to, I know it's not related, but I just, if, I'm gonna go find my application for the camp, and I'm gonna edit it to delete anything that said my name or whatever, I put Camp Kiwanee, Prairie Grove names in it, and then share it with you, and then you would share it with people so we can look at it. Because again, I'm offering to do this, but obviously I'm assuming the commission has to eyeball it and make sure.
Oh, for the camp thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to, I'll go find it, change names,
Yeah.
that need to be changed, and then, yeah.
Can you give us a timeline in terms of when the decisions have to be made and things like that too?
Like now. So it's what I'm finding out is that every process in town, it goes from here to the board of selectmen to probably Gil is gonna be the biggest, the board of health. Back to you guys for whatever, and then that, like, that volume, my first 2 years of trying it took 6 to 9 months. So that's why I'm saying I'm gonna try to get it to you guys like in September. I would like it to sort of be like approved by December. I mean, it's already, it was approved last round, but then it took so long
Right.
that we couldn't get people to sign.
Right. And when do you need the Red Cross training done and the people lined up? Because I think you said March is when you'd like to announce it?
Yeah, so right now I have as long as my staff, like right now they're already lifeguards and they're gonna sign up for training. They've all said they're gonna look and see, try to take the course over the winter, but they just have to be able to begin. But if we did it, like, let's say the second week in July, and the third week in July, and then the last week in July, maybe on like the first week in August, they would just need to be trained by then.
Oh, okay. But you want to announce it
Yes, I want now.
by March?
So these
Got it.
people are enthusiastically doing it. Last year, I twisted arms to get
Right.
people to do it, and it didn't go well.
Okay.
So this year, the kids really want to do it, they come home, they want to be a part of this.
So by the end of the year, by December, we want to get this finalized,
Yeah,
approved,
I want
everything,
by
and then
December, if I
start
get this to you guys
advertising.
by September, you guys look at it and say,
Cool.
okay, maybe this is, again, wording, language, or whether it's a,
Description of each.
description of these things, making sure it's not just my eyes looking at it. And
And then the other thing too is getting it up on,
yes,
the
and then
payment
like
site.
that by March
or before.
or before.
Yeah.
Because again, I am behind, like, my whole thing about whatever the municipality people, I'm not getting the list until the week after. Like,
Yeah.
lessons. So it doesn't really help me when I'm like, hey, they're checking to see, that's been a problem. So like, yeah, definitely if you want to
Get
make
ahead
sure
of that.
people are
Yeah.
signed up by like, if they're signed up by even mid-May, right? We have all these people signed up by mid-May. I now know how many staff I need, all those things.
Right.
Like, right now, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So that we can get it all kind of approved at this level by December.
Perfect, thank you.
Makes sense?
Okay, yeah, that helps.
That's my goal. So I'll send it to Dory once I get it, and hopefully.
Great.
And then just setting next meeting.
Madam Chair? Oh, if I may.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, sorry, Madam Vice Chair. We were talking today, I know Alex has a little bit of trouble with Wednesday, so we're wondering if we could make it Tuesdays, to meet possibly on Tuesdays. And we're thinking at 4:30, we can meet at 4:30 on Tuesdays, once a month.
On 2 weeks out?
Well, we meet once a month,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna suggest we meet every 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
We don't need to make, it's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
Once a month is enough. And if something comes up, Rick, I'll be more than happy, we can call a meeting. If we need a vote, if we need something, we'll be more than happy to do that. But once a month works for us,
Much for us, we need everybody on.
the commission.
Yeah, it just gets to be too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
So what's the date in Tuesday in September that we're looking at?
Yeah, you could pick it, the 9th, Is it usually it's the middle of the month, like the 16th?
16th, 9th.
The 16th, can everybody make 4:30? Yes?
Oh, 4:30?
Technically, yeah.
Great.
I'm supposed to be working, but I can get on.
Would it be a big inconvenience?
No, I work from home, so it's not the end of the world.
We'll just come over to your house.
And there's something here, the 16th makes sense, based on the calendar each year.
Boy Scouts,
Yeah.
but we could meet in here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Boy Scouts will be out there. Yeah. Oh, good, so you got.
I didn't get it
It's not
out
on
live.
the calendar.
You got the
I
calendar?
have a very full Google Calendar at the moment.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, the 16th at 4:30 here.
Here.
Sounds great.
Perfect, thank you very much. And now, you would ask for a motion to adjourn to town meeting for the economic, when you're ready to adjourn.
Town hall. So
To
second,
town meeting.
to the town hall for the economic
Economic
development meeting. Second. So moved.
Aye.
Aye.